Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the Red Zone Recap Sports Podcast. Today, we're talking about the NFL Conference Championships. We're going to talk about the outcome of those games and how it all happened and who is heading to the Super Bowl. So, starting right off today, on Sunday at 3 o'clock, we had the Kansas City Chiefs visit the Baltimore Ravens in a very exciting showdown. Sam, please give us your thoughts on this game and the final results.
I was expecting a very high scoring game and very exciting game. This game was pretty exciting, but it wasn't really high scoring. The final score was 7-10 with Chiefs winning. The Baltimore Ravens offense had been very strong all season long, but just really couldn't get going this Sunday against the Chiefs defense, and they ended up losing.
And so the final results were 17-10 with the Baltimore Ravens losing and the Kansas City Chiefs going over to their fourth Super Bowl in 5 years. Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy season for both teams, and sadly the Baltimore Ravens were not able to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes did have 250 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson did have 270 yards, and he had a touchdown and an interception. That interception was the game-losing interception for him as he threw into triple coverage with about 5 minutes left on the clock. Sadly, the Baltimore Ravens were not able to get the ball back, and they ended up losing. A notable player for the Baltimore Ravens was Zay Flowers. He had a 40-yard catch that was called back, many yards. It took back about 20 yards after he was called back for taunting a Chiefs defender. And then on the very next play, he ends up getting a reception and then dropping and fumbling the ball into the end zone to give the Chiefs the ball and a touchback. That was ultimately the point of the game where the tide just turned and went really down south for the Ravens after Zay Flowers fumbled in the end zone. And so now we do get to see the Chiefs playing the Super Bowl. Not a lot of people wanted that, but anyways, it is still happening. And next up, we had the Lions versus 49ers on the Sunday afternoon. This was the more exciting game of the two finals, I would say. And the final score was 31-34 with the San Francisco Niners coming out on top. Sam, please give us your thoughts on this game.
Both offenses have been very powerful going into this game, so of course it was a very exciting and kind of high-scoring game. The Lions did jump to a quick 24-7 lead at halftime, but then the 49ers scored 27 unanswered points, which gave them the 34-31 lead. It was an amazing game. It's actually crazy how the 49ers won because the Lions had more total yards, passing yards, and rushing yards at the end of the game. The only stat that the 49ers had more of was yards per play. They did have some big plays, and I think that's what really helped them win the game. I think a big reason why the Detroit Lions lost was because in the second half they just had a lot of drop passes. Like it was good passes, but the Lions wide receivers just dropped them. Also, Dan Campbell also went on it on fourth down when they could have just kicked it to tie the game late in the fourth quarter, but he went on it for fourth down and Jared Goff underthrew a Lions wide receiver, and that I think was a big part of why the Lions lost.
The Super Bowl will be 49ers versus Chiefs, and it will be played on February 11th on a Sunday at 6:30. A lot of people are not very excited for this. A lot of people were hoping for Ravens or Lions to be in the Super Bowl, as we haven't seen either of those in a long time. And Chiefs and Niners both played back in 2020, so it's only been a few years since we saw that matchup. So it's been a crazy season. It's really sad that the season is coming to an end. I think that, of course, every year it feels like that, but really this year it went by really fast. So I do hope next season will also be good. Hopefully the 49ers do win this and sort of slow down the Chiefs dynasty, but we'll see in just a few weeks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We make sports updates and cover all of the latest sports news. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.